When I was a little girl, I was like 6 or 7. My mom and I went to a church, and my mom she'd become her like very religious, and there was a man named Michael who my mom apparently went and had drinks with. He was a married man, but he was having issues with his wife. So my mom decided to go have some drinks with him, and I was left with my sisters. I have older sisters. Anyways, so my mom decided to bring him home after the bar, after they drank, because my mom never drank around me. She always, went to the bar, which is good. I mean, never drinking around me. But, anyway, she brought him home. He fell asleep on the couch, and my mom was asleep in her room, of course, and I woke up. It had to have been, I don't know, a weekend maybe or something. And I wanted to watch TV. It was early. It was, whatever, probably 6 or 7. And I came out and I saw Michael on the couch, which I'd known him. We'd seen him at church on Sunday. I was somewhat comfortable with him, I guess. I climbed in his lap to sit there and watch TV. And he put his hand in my panties and touched me. I freaked out and went and told my mom about it. My mom called the cops. He admitted to it. Like, straight up told the police that he did what he did. Apparently he felt really bad. He was arrested. Again, I was 6 or 7 years old. This was a church man. He got arrested. A few years ago, in 2011 or 2012, I went back. I was still going to the same church because, that was my church. I saw him in the lobby. He came up to me and said, "Hey, Jess, I'm sorry for what I did." He said Jessie, because that's what people used to call me. And "I'm sorry for what I did to you. Please forgive me." I was shocked. They let him out. A pedophile, regardless of if he was part of the church, and he claims he's a changed man, and the courts and the church forgave him. He came up to me in the lobby, which hopefully no one knew what he was talking about because there was tons of people, It was a big church. And he said, "Please forgive me. I'm sorry." Like, he knew exactly what I looked like because I might not look different than when I was little, but I was like, wow. I had to run. I had my phone with me. I went and called my mom, and I broke down and I told her, and I said, "Mom, you won't believe who I just saw at church." I had to forgive a man. I wasn't even 21 years old yet. Apparently the courts and the church forgave him for what he did to me. So they let him go. I think he served 15 years. I mean, I was 6 or 7, and I saw him when I was 20 or 21. So he'd been in jail for at least 15 years or so. And they let him go. That is a story I wanted to share because of the things that men get away with. It just makes me so angry and bitter that a man could do something like that to a little girl and he gets to walk free. I don't care if the church or the courts believed that he was a changed man. No one ever asked me how I felt. If I felt like he was a changed man or how I felt. No one cared to ask me. I'm just a woman, a little girl at the time, who was touched by an inappropriate man who claims he's a Christian. No one cared to ask me. That's why I'm doing this video today, because there are so many girls out there that have gone through these similar situations, and they get to walk free. Who knows if he's really a changed man? I mean, is he, or was it just me? Was it my fault? Because that's how the church made me feel, like it was my fault that I was inappropriately touched. Is it my fault? I was 6 or 7 years old. I was an innocent girl being told by the church that it's my fault a grown man touched me.